To fulfill the Father's plan. Help my people live as one. Many a time to break down in tears. And in my mind, shiver.
15 minutes after the hour, WEFM, you're locked onto the Clean First song WEFM 99.9. As this time, we have our Midday News, sponsored by Courts St. Vincent Limited.
Good afternoon and welcome to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited.
Get set, go! Black Friday starts now at Court. Shop now and take advantage of our 40% off in-store Black Friday bongo promotion. Buy any item in store and get up to 40% off the second item. Plus, save big on the best TV deals with brands like Samsung, TCL, LG, Sony at unbelievable prices. Just the season to begin your shopping early and save up to 40% off refrigerators, stoves, and lounge, bedroom, and dining room furniture. No cash, no problem. With Quartz Ready Finance, you pay $0 down, and your first payment isn't due until 2023. These deals are so good, they won't last. Shop now and don't delay. Offer good until November 5th. Conditions apply. Quartz, bringing value home.
Welcome back to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited. I am your presenter, Rajiv Providence. First, on the local scene, the 2022 cruise season is set for a record-breaking comeback, with approximately 326,000 cruise ship visitor arrivals expected for this 2022-2023 tourist season from a total of 305 scheduled calls to the destination. Stakeholders within the tourism sector can anticipate a much-needed resurgence to their income streams. The announcement was made by Minister of Tourism, Civil Aviation, Sustainable Development and Culture Carlos James during a press briefing held on October 31, 2022 at the CDC's conference room. In addition to this welcomed announcement, Minister James said that an impressive 12 inaugural calls will be made by top-named cruise lines within the industry for this season. Minister James noted that SVG could have had even more calls, but due to the limitation of the current cruise terminal only being able to dock 3 and 4 vessels per day, that was not possible this time around. To this end, Minister James added that he is quite pleased that the construction at the new cargo terminal has started, which is going to free up a lot of space to facilitate the expansion of the current cruise terminal and therefore bolster the numbers further when completed. The 2022 St. Vincent and the Grenadines cruise season commenced today, November 1st, and this year will welcome its first scheduled call on November 2nd and its second call on Thursday, November 3rd, when the majestic Britannia of Piano Cruises returns. Over 100 women will benefit from breast cancer screening, courtesy Love You Boutique Hotel and Beach Club in association with Otaka Group Incorporated. Love You Hotel concluded its month-long activities to raise funds for the breast cancer community with a handing over ceremony held on Monday, October 31st. General Manager of Love You Hotel, Mr. Karan Rana, highlighted the activities throughout the month of October, which included 2 Hope Walks, a pink soiree, and pink brunch, of which all profits will be donated to breast cancer screening at Health Solutions, Inc. Otaka Group, Inc. donated a sum of $10,000, which was then matched by the directors of Love You Hotel for a total donation of $20,000. Stan DeFreitas of Health Solutions, Inc., while thanking Love You Hotel and Otaka Group for their generous donation, stated how proud the company is to be associated with the initiative. Following the donation of $20,000 by Love You Boutique Hotel and Beach Club, in collaboration with Otaka Group, Inc., DeFreitas noted that persons can access the free breast cancer screening after being referred to by a public health practitioner. Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves is currently in Venezuela meeting with representatives of the Alba Bank and finalizing some initiatives and arrangements on the PetroCaribe. Earlier this year, there were a number of agreements made on the PetroCaribe, including a commitment of 40,000 sacks of urea for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, as well as shipments of oil. Recently, 15,000 barrels of oil arrived for St. Vincent Electricity Services VINNEC, which is expected to see a reduction in electricity bills for consumers. Other arrangements include $5 million for the development of Little Tokyo, of which $2.5 million is being given in the interim to begin work. There is also a commitment of $4 million US for a fishing fleet program which will deal with longline fishing, of which the government will be getting $2 million. The Prime Minister said while in Venezuela, he will also deal with the issue of the delay of some 150 prefab houses. While in Venezuela, the Prime Minister will receive an honorary doctorate from the Bolivarian University of Venezuela. On to news in the region. The Royal Grenada Police Force, the RGPF, has one man in custody assisting with investigations into the island's latest homicide. The RGPF said just before midday on Monday, in response to reports, police proceeded to Beaton in St. David's, where they found the motionless body of a woman lying in an area close to her dwelling house. Initial observation of the body revealed a significant blunt force trauma to her head. She was later pronounced dead by the medical doctor. A post-mortem will be conducted to determine the cause of death. The incident is being investigated. Police say the woman's death is Grenada's 8th homicide for 2022. Tropical storm Lisa was expected to strengthen today, Tuesday, November 1st, as it passed south of the Cayman Islands in the Western Caribbean Sea, before reaching hurricane status on Wednesday, forecasters said. A hurricane watch was in effect for the Bay Islands off the coast of Honduras and parts of Belize on Tuesday morning, with tropical storm force winds expected in 48 hours. A tropical storm warning was also in effect for the Bay Islands and the entire north coast of Honduras, with weather conditions expected to deteriorate within 36 hours. As of 5 a.m. Tuesday, the storm had sustained winds of 45 miles per hour and was about 230 miles southeast of Grand Cayman, moving west at 14 miles per hour, according to the National Hurricane Center in Miami. The storm was expected to produce 3 to 5 inches of rain across the Bay Islands and parts of Belize through Thursday night, and 2 to 4 inches across parts of Guatemala, Honduras, Jamaica, and the eastern Yucatan Peninsula. On the international scene, lorry drivers in Brazil loyal to President Jair Bolsonaro have blocked roads across the country after his poll defeat to leftist rival Lula. Blockages were reported in all but 2 states, causing considerable disruption and affecting food supply chains. With all the votes counted, Lula had 50.9% of the valid votes against Mr. Bolsonaro's 49.1% in Sunday's runoff. The incumbent far-right president has neither conceded defeat nor challenged the results that divided the nation. There are concerns that the outgoing president could complicate the 2-month transition period before a former president is due to be sworn in. Transition before Lula, a former president, is due to be sworn in on January 1st, 2023. And finally, in sports, England earned a nerve-shredding 20-run win over New Zealand to reignite their hopes in the Men's T20 World Cup in Australia. Knowing defeat would all but eliminate them, England survived under intense pressure to successfully defend 179 at the Gabba. After being reduced to 28-2, the Black Caps looked to have swung the game in their favor when Glenn Phillips and captain Kane Williamson combined for a stand of 91 from 59 balls. But with 61 runs needed from 31 balls, Ben Stokes provided the crucial breakthrough by dismissing Williamson for 40 from 40 balls. From there, England impressively turned the screw and held their nerve under a series of high catches. Although England did not fully capitalize, they go into the final round of matches with the advantage. They will qualify for the semi-finals if they beat Sri Lanka on Saturday, as long as Australia do not beat Afghanistan a day earlier and also overturn England's significant net run rate advantage. The fact that England's match comes 24 hours after Australia helps their cause, as they will have a clear picture of any net run rate requirement going into their final game. This has been WEFM's Midday News. I have been your presenter, Rajiv Providence. Join us again at 3 p.m. for WEFM's 3 p.m. News. WEFM's Midday News is brought to you with the kind compliment of Court St. Vincent Limited.
Get set! Go! Black Friday starts now at Court! Shop now and take advantage of our 40% off in-stock Black Friday bongo promotion. Buy any item in store and get up to 40% off the second item. Plus, save big on the best TV deals with brands like Samsung, TCL, LG, Sony at unbelievable prices. It's the season to begin your shopping early and save up to 40% off refrigerators, stoves, and lounge, bedroom, and dining room furniture. No cash, no problem. With Court Ready Finance, you pay $0 down, and your first payment isn't due until 2023. These deals are so good, they won't last. Shop now and don't delay. Offer good until November 5th. Conditions apply. Court, bringing value home.
WEFM reminds and encourages the general public and users of the Kittles Beach to keep it clean at all times. Discard of all garbage properly. It is illegal to remove the sand from the beach. Let us keep the Kittles Beach and other beaches across St. Vincent and the Grenadines clean, so that you and I